Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong. I know.
Hey guys, and welcome back to The Wandering Wind. Today I have a new video for you guys. I'm going to be talking about my top 5 hidden gems for the N64. This was actually a request by a viewer who has his own Nintendo 64 system and plays a lot of older games and wants to know what else might be out there. So after the break, we're going to be talking about them. Hey guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so you can see all my new videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook accounts where I post every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, my first game that I want to talk about is Ogre Battle 64. This was a real-time strategy game, very early days. This was actually one of the few RPG-style games that were on the system, and to be honest, probably the only one that's actually worth picking up. And the unique thing about it is it's real-time strategy, but it also has a mix of actual turn-based RPG elements. Your units battle against other units when they meet in a single point on the map, and every unit on each team every soldier on each unit goes, because you have a team of 5 characters per unit. And once all the characters have moved, whichever team has taken the most damage loses. And this can be an interesting mechanic because you can get a lot of skirmishes won by just having a better strategy than the other person. You can even change the strategy on the fly with the interrupt command. And to be honest, this was one of my first real-time strategy games that I ever played, because I did at one point actually have the N64. It was quite a few years after it actually was mainstream though, so go figure. Anyway, on to number 4. Number 4 is going to be a simple one. Number 4 is going to be Pokemon Snap. Now, I say hidden gem very loosely because lots of people know about the various spin-off games of Pokemon, both Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, and several others. However, most people only ever picked up Pokemon Stadium, and possibly if they had a young child, Hey You Pikachu. Most people weren't interested in Pokemon Snap because, well, who wants to take pictures of Pokemon? But this was actually a pretty great on-the-rails shooter type game. You didn't actually shoot the Pokemon in the traditional sense, but instead you shot pictures of them, and it was a pretty fun game. The only letdown was that it didn't cover all 151 Pokemon, which was a disappointment. But I'm not gonna really nitpick about this because, you know, it is what it is. At number 3, we have a platformer that, while not Mario, is still very much enjoyable, and that is Goemon's Great Adventure. This was a 2.5 dimension or 2.5D kind of game where it had 3D graphics, but it was a 2D style side-scroller game. You did have some 3D movement in towns, but in the levels themselves it was straightforward side-scrolling platforming madness. You could collect different skills and power-ups along the way during your gameplay. You had many different puzzles to solve, many different enemies to fight, and overall it was a great game. I've actually never played it on an actual N64, but I have actually played it in emulators, so it is pretty fun. overall, I think that this is the better of the two Goemon games. They had another one, but it was lackluster to say the least. At number 2, we have Turok and Turok 2, which are first-person shooter games from Iguana Entertainment, and this focuses mainly on the premise of fighting dinosaurs and the like with first-person shooter controls and everything else. A really great game, really underrated video game in my opinion, and to be honest, pretty fun. Also, dinosaurs, come on. What kid or even adult didn't like that? Overall, it was a pretty fun and just plain old interesting idea. And then finally, at number 1, we have Body Harvest. Now, this was an especially interesting hidden gem that I was able to discover because Body Harvest is kind of like, well, the main mechanic and the main gameplay mechanic of Body Harvest is, believe it or not, time travel. And before you even say it, no, it's not exactly like Chrono Trigger, although it does have its points. Body Harvest comes under the premise of, okay, so you come from a future where an alien race has completely destroyed humanity and you are our last hope. You travel freely forward and backward in time through different alternate timelines and everything else, and it's an action-adventure style game where you go around fighting the alien menace and trying to stop their invasion. You get to see the impact of the different alternative timelines that come about. It's just overall a very, very interesting game and definitely deserves to be at the number 1 top spot. I do have a couple of honorable mentions which do not necessarily have the hidden gem status, but you have, okay, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Definitely one of the better, one of the more enjoyable racing games in my opinion for the console. There was also another game that Metal Jesus Rocks talked about called Beetle Adventures Racing, or Beetle Racing Adventures, something like that. Really great game. It was one of the most realistic games that had come out at the time that was a racing game. But overall, you know, just, of course, you've got Paper Mario that you should pick up if you're at all a fan of RPGs of any kind. And of course, pick up the original Zelda, the original 2 Zelda games for the N64. Really great titles. And if you're looking for party games, of course, there's always Mario Party, although I wouldn't recommend it. It's a bit too Or Smash Brothers. Who doesn't like Smash Brothers? And this is the classic one, so great. Anyway, this has been my top 5 hidden gems of the N64. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, this has been The Wandering Wind. I hope you enjoy everything, including the new intro, and I'll see you again soon.